Andy Weaver in the education department. I'm going to give you a tour of doing one of the required 2013 courses just so you can get a feel of how to go through a course and make sure you've passed. And if you haven't passed, how to see what answers are right or wrong. So to get to ROD, if you're at home, make sure you're using Internet Explorer and make sure your pop-up blocker is turned off, and you can easily do that in Tools and then Pop-up Blocker and set it to off. So to get to ROD, I shorten the URL. Go to tinyurl.com/ROD LUH, and it should take you to the same page. If you haven't watched my other videos, please do. They go through how to log in if you've forgotten your password and how to set up a security question to reset your password. So your username is your employee ID number, and then your password is whatever you set it to. Go ahead and click log on. This is the look that you might be used to from last year. I did change it a little bit, but all the buttons are the same minus the messages area down here. Messages is just basically the emails ROD sends you. It also sticks them here so you can go in. If I were to click that, you can go in and see everything that ROD would send you here as well. So there's two places. I can click incomplete requirements, or I can just scroll down here to my to-do list. And on the to-do list, if you just go here, you'll see an RC and then 2013. You might see a variation of that if you work in the lab systems for some of their courses. The assignment type is going to say required, the priority will be mandatory, and the due date will probably be January 20th of 2013. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is click register. Now what you'll see here is a description, and you can read through that. If you don't see the submit button, you might need to scroll down a little bit because the description is a little bit long on some of them. So this is basically telling me, hey, you're registering for this course, and I'm going to submit to go into that course. So now it says I registered for the RC 2013 Abuse and Neglect test, and I'm going to go ahead and click start. Now if you click start and nothing comes up, there's a good chance your pop-up blocker may be on and it's blocking this pop-up. Or you're using an unsupported browser. In the case of that happening, either try using a different computer or come down to the resource center and use one of our computers, because all these courses have been tested there and they do work there. So from this course here, I can just go through these slides. I can play the audio about the different abuse and neglect signs. There is some videos. If you feel pretty confident about this material and you just want to skip to the test, you just go up here to the top right and you click take test. You get another screen that basically explains how to take the test, and you can read through that. And then at the top right, once again, there's a take test. So I'm going to go through and take this test, and then I'll submit it and we'll go through that. So I went through the course here and I submitted it, and now it should be loading my results. So I'm going to click complete the test. So now it's loading up whether or not I got the questions correct or not. So it says that I got a 90% and the minimum passing score is an 80%, which is most of the courses do that. The green check marks mean that I got the question right. So let me scroll down. So here's one that I got wrong. It tells me what I picked that was wrong, and then it gives me the correct answer. So obviously in this case, it would be the next one would be correct. but it's not necessarily this A doesn't mean that was right. So if I go back to retake it, A would still be incorrect. So from this point here, if you want to, you can view and print a completion certificate, or you can click exit lesson. So once I click exit lesson, and that dinging noise was an email that I completed my course as well. So this takes me back into results on demand from the test, and it says, hey, I got a 90 and it's completed. So I go ahead and click OK. This is going to take me back to the learner screen, and I'll see, hey, it dropped off my to-do list. It's not here anymore. How am I for sure that I completed my test? Well, I can click my transcript, and I'll see, hey, course RC 2013 Abuse and Neglect. I finished it. I got a 90%. If I actually go in and click on it, I can print out a diploma as well. On top of that, you'll also receive an email that your course is complete. So if I log into my email, owa.luhcares.org, log in with my Active Directory login, I'll see, hey, I've successfully completed RC 2013. I've received a 90, which makes me attended, and a pass status of yes. So I'm pretty confident I've finished this course and I can move on to my next course. Again, if you have any questions or problems, please call me at 303-485-3434 or the Resource Center at 303-485-4184.